On July 16, 1945, before sunrise, in a quiet desert where even the winds seemed afraid to breathe, humanity created something no camera had ever seen before. A light brighter than the sun, a blast hotter than the stars, a moment so powerful that the earth itself trembled. This was the first nuclear explosion ever caught on camera, a moment that changed war, science, politics, and the fate of the world forever. They called it the Trinity Test, a crucial part of the top-secret Manhattan Project. Deep in the New Mexico desert, a team of 130 scientists gathered in total secrecy. No one outside this remote camp had any idea that the fate of the planet was being rewritten right here. The camera crews brought in to document the event were told only one thing: record whatever happens, even if the sky tears apart. Their job was to capture a moment that, until then, had only existed in complex equations and theoretical physics. The pressure on them was immense, as this footage would be the only proof of what they were about to unleash. But here's what most people don't know: filming a nuclear blast was almost as dangerous as creating one. It was an unprecedented technical challenge. The crew used cameras specially modified for the test. We're talking high-speed reels capable of capturing thousands of frames per second, reinforced lenses to withstand the intense light and pressure, and remote-controlled shutters to protect the operators. Every camera was strategically placed miles away, tucked inside fortified bunkers or mounted on sturdy steel towers. There was no room for error, because if they stood too close, they would be vaporized before they even pressed record. It was a deadly dance between science and cinematography. By 5:20 a.m. on that fateful morning, everything was ready. The weather, which had been stormy, began to cooperate as the rain clouds started clearing. Yet an ominous atmosphere lingered, with lightning striking in the distant mountains. Among the scientists, a heavy silence fell. There were no cheers, no excited chatter, only a palpable, collective fear. Because even they, the brilliant minds who had designed this device, didn't know exactly what would happen. Would the explosion ignite the atmosphere, setting the entire planet on fire? Would it collapse the desert floor into a massive crater? Or would it tear open something far worse? Something beyond their darkest nightmares? The theories were terrifying, and the reality was just minutes away. Then came the final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At exactly 5:29 and 45 seconds a.m., the desert turned to day. The first nuclear explosion in history erupted with the force of 20,000 tons of TNT. A fireball, terrifying and beautiful, rose faster than the speed of sound, painting the dark sky with colors never before seen by human eyes. The shockwave hit miles away, shattering windows in nearby towns, rattling the very bones of the observers, and silencing the desert for an eternity. And the cameras caught everything. Frame by painstaking frame, they captured the birth of the nuclear age. For the first time ever, we saw the fireball expanding like a living, breathing creature. We witnessed the raw power of the shockwave as it flattened the desert floor, turning sand into glass. We watched the iconic mushroom cloud clawing its way into the sky, a symbol of humanity's newfound, terrifying power. The colors were surreal, vibrant blues, yellows, and reds, shifting and swirling like a sunrise from another planet. The scientists who witnessed it firsthand described it with a haunting phrase: a beauty no human should ever witness. In the control bunker, miles from ground zero, there was no applause. Only a profound, deafening silence. Jota, Robert, Opie, the lead scientist and father of the atomic bomb, watched the spectacle unfold. As the mushroom cloud reached its peak, he didn't celebrate. Instead, he whispered a chilling line from the ancient Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." That moment, he and everyone else in that bunker knew what they had truly made. They had created a force that could not just win wars, but destroy cities, obliterate nations, and potentially extinguish civilization itself. The weight of that knowledge was heavier than any physical burden. The footage of the Trinity Test was not released to the public. It was classified top secret and shown only to a select group of top officials and military leaders. When they saw the sheer destructive power of the explosion on camera, one message became terrifyingly clear. This weapon could end wars, but it could also end humanity. The undeniable visual evidence convinced world leaders to accelerate diplomatic efforts, leading to the creation of global treaties and non-proliferation agreements. The footage fundamentally changed the calculus of war forever. The world had entered the Cold War, a new era of tension where the threat of nuclear annihilation loomed over every political decision. Most people think the first nuclear test was just a big blast, but the footage captured something much deeper, something that altered our very understanding of reality. It recorded the first slow-motion shockwave in human history, allowing scientists to study its physics. It gave us the first photographs of an atomic fireball, revealing the mechanics of a man-made star. It was the first tangible evidence that humans could split the atom and, in a way, split reality itself. Every frame of that film isn't just a historical video. It's a scientific document, a political catalyst, a stark warning, and a somber reminder of our own capabilities. Those cameras didn't just record an explosion, they recorded the precise moment humanity crossed the line it can never uncross, the moment light itself became a weapon, the moment science touched the very limits of creation and destruction, and the moment the world learned that some inventions can't be uninvented or forgotten, they can only be respected and feared. That single event, captured on fragile film reels in the middle of a desert, continues to shape our world, our politics, and our future. And it all began with the first nuclear explosion ever caught on camera. Thanks for watching.